Alright, we're back. I'm fighting the heliocopter. Or just cowering in fear, I guess.
Or the bug with...
Yeah, he doesn't look like, I'm not going out there, you fucking nuts.
You go and do this!
Yeah, you do it, fat boy.
He does have a nice ass, though.
Well, I'd say it's Sean Connery, but like, I've never seen his ass, like, for real. Wow, look how much damage that shotgun blast did. Yeah, because I'm supposed to get to that hidden room. I don't know why you and I seem to be more chatty, like, off camera than on.
On camera?
I don't know
like,
why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is like something where you have to like focus though, where you don't die.
Yeah, this is true. Ooh, I got the bazooka.
Cool, but you just don't pick up, you know, the bazooka rounds?
I think there were only a few. Oh yeah, that's 5. That should be enough.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Lucky shot.
Right?
Because this is not like an automatic thing. You actually have to aim it. Would you kindly hide behind this pole? I almost said the... Oh shit, I missed. And now I'm barely alive. I'm making a run for it. Yeah, you do not recover health, which is odd to me. Because then it's like, why have a health meter? I'm just gonna hide in here. Okay, that was a terrible idea. Shotgun. Yeah, you show that pillar who's boss there, Bond.
Right?
This is not going very well. I was gonna say, am I doing any damage? Oof. Come on, this is so tedious. I wasn't even hitting him. Yeah, remember this part from Russia with Love when he put the helicopter in the fucking embassy?
Right?
With a shotgun?
No, remember, it's Station T.
Oh, right, Station T. And where the hell's Mr. T at? I don't really use his help.
Right? Just have his van just like roll up.
Yeah, crash into the helicopter. I don't know why I'm just thinking of Syndrome. Lame, 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 lame! Help me, help me! I'm half tempted to just let him kill me, but I'm like,
Alright, who did you contact?
This is why I did this for the next episode, not in the last one.
Right. Where we have time.
Yeah. We have all the time in the world. Oh wait, wrong Bond movie. I just find it kind of dumb that, like, Sean Connery quit after You Only Live Twice because he was like, oh, it's become too much about the special effects and all that. And literally the first one they did after he left was, like, the most serious, grounded fucking Bond movie of them all. Like, you pick now to leave?
Right? Ugh!
Because I think about, like, what... Because everybody's like, oh, it would have been the best Bond movie ever. I'm like, it kind of already is, though, but...
Really, though?
I mean, okay, because, like, I can't imagine Sean Connery's Bond in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Like, I can't see him crying at the end. when that thing happens that I won't give away.
Right?
But it will be given away when you and I play 007 Legends, because On Her Majesty's Secret Service is in there. That should be a fun one for us to play.
That would be a fun one.
Although the only downside is Bond in there is Daniel Craig, even for the classic segments. Well, because there was supposed to be like a DLC thing where like, because it came out around the time of Skyfall, so it's just like when he gets shot in the beginning, when he's floating down the river,
it goes into the classics.
Yeah, he starts like remembering his previous adventures, and it's like most of the characters don't look like who they're supposed to be. Like, Blofeld looks like a fusion of, like, Telly Savalas and, Donald Pleasance.
Oh, God.
Yeah. God damn it, I did it again. So bad at this. Of course I fucking picked up the armor already. Yeah, but, like, and sadly, the Pierce Brosnan... Son of a bitch, I'm just gonna let him kill me. I keep screwing this up. Sadly, the Pierce Brosnan segment is Die Another Day. Although I understand why, because all the other ones got their own game, so...
I know, but...
It sucks!
Right?
And you don't...
To me, the only good thing that came about it, even though it really wasn't a good thing, was Halle Berry.
Funny you should say that. Jinx in the game doesn't look like Halle Berry. Actually, it looks like they patterned her likeness after apparently an actress who was originally considered for the role. I can't remember her name, but yeah, it's not even Halle Berry in there. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's not Pierce Brosnan either. But yeah, so
wait, how did you miss the
bazooka?
The bazooka. Okay.
Because I'm a clumsy idiot, apparently. Yeah, so Pierce Brosnan gets Die Another Day. Timothy Dalton gets License to Kill? Yeah, License to Kill. So you get to do like the whole truck chase thing.
Oh, okay. That was for that movie, The License to Kill, that was actually my favorite one. Part of License to Kill. I mean, I started thinking about after our last conversation.
Oh, that you're not big on Timothy Dalton?
The only reason why I'm not big on Timothy Dalton was just his acting in it. Everything else was fine. I was fine with everything else. My parents had my parents are the same way, but for completely different reasons. For why they didn't like Timothy Dalton.
Oh, my dad loves Timothy Dalton.
For me, I just really didn't like his acting. It kind of felt like it was forced, or he was trying too much. And I think it was just the fact that wasn't that like his very very his first role or whatever, or was that George Lazenby?
That's Lazenby.
Lazenby. Oh
yeah, no, Timothy Dalton was acting for
years.
Actually, they originally wanted Timothy Dalton to be in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. He turned them down because he was like 22. He's like, I'm too young. You should wait till I'm older. No, they tried numerous times to get
George Lazenby. Timothy Dalton. I just really didn't like him for his the acting or whatever. It's like
you mean George Lazenby, or you mean Timothy Dalton?
Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, we were
George Lazenby. I'm okay. I'm okay with. I'm fine with George Lazenby.
I don't think he's as bad as considering that was his first acting gig, I think he did better than.
He did good for his first time.
Yeah, because people are like, oh, he's so wooden. I'm like, yeah, but he's not like that bad. I've seen worse.
He's not. I was gonna say, if you want to see worst acting, you should see Keanu Reeves in Much Ado About Nothing. He was absolutely horrible.
Or watch Birdemic.
Yes.
You want to see shitty acting? Like, hold my beer. It's like, George Lazenby's the worst actor ever. The entire cast of Birdemic. Hold my beer.
Right? What was it?
My favorite George Lazenby performance has got to be Kentucky Fried Movie. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Okay, there's this, it's like a fake trailer for a disaster movie. And so he's like the scientist or whatever. So He's like, I tell you, this building is unsafe, and he pounds his fist on the desk, and the ceiling collapses on him.
Oh, that's great. But going back to Timothy Dalton, I think it was just like the writers who wrote the movie or whatever. For me, it's like the feel of it just didn't feel right.
Well, the thing is, like,
because for me, because Timothy Dalton's was closest to the books, and
yes,
was closest to the books, and that's what I liked about it. It's just for me, it's just that for me,
it wasn't the right time, maybe.
It had nothing for me. It had nothing to do with the timing. It for me, it just like felt like it just like didn't spread it. It didn't come across on paper that great.
Because he wasn't like what we were used to for the movies.
No, I'm like it's like it was like the translation between like the writers with the writers writing the script and the way that the direction was having it to me. It just like it to me.
Here's the thing, and this might make sense to you. The Living Daylights was not written really for Timothy Dalton.
I know it was written for
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to be Bond. I killed him with the pistol. Got it in one bullet. Yeah, because originally, after Roger Moore was done,
it was supposed to be Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, but because Remington Steele was ending, so they're like, oh, we like, because Pierce Brosnan's wife was in For Your Eyes Only.
Yeah.
So they met him then. They were like, wow, we really like this guy. He'd be good for when Roger finally finishes up. So Remington Steele was canceled because of low ratings, I guess. And so they're like, oh, he's free. Let's get him. Since Roger Moore's stopping after View to a Kill, which he should have stopped one or two movies earlier, but that's another story for another episode.
Yeah.
So then word got out, like, oh, Pierce Brosnan's going to be the next James Bond. And then NBC was like, hey, we got that Pierce Brosnan in that Remington Steele show. We should bring it back. So they brought it back for like some shitty 6-episode season, which I saw. It was the worst. It was so fucking bad. If they had ended it when they originally canceled it, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
And then the 6 episodes just shat all over it. And so the Bond people were like, Remington Steele is not going to play James Bond. James Bond will not be Remington Steele. So they went and got Timothy Dalton. And so we had to wait another 10 goddamn years, or everybody had to wait 10 years. We didn't wait because we weren't even born yet. But,
yeah, no.
Okay, we had to wait 4 years? Yeah.
How do you do those special missions?
I think you have to... do you mind? Oh, you have to get a certain number of awards. They're just like extra things. They're not part of the story or anything. So, yeah. Yeah, and Timothy Dalton is kind of weird. Because, like, they tried to get him for years. They even tried to get him, like, throughout Roger Moore's run. Because, like, the middle of it, like, after Moonraker, it was kind of, like, not really sure if he was going to come back. Because, like, that's why, like, For Your Eyes Only opens where, like, you don't really see Roger Moore's face until, like, a few minutes in. Because it was originally written as, like, in case they were introducing a new Bond.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think that one would have been perfect
for Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, to come in. Especially since that kind of, like, tied up the loose end of, from On Her Majesty's Secret Service, where he finally gets revenge on Blofeld. That would have been, like, a nice, like, full circle thing.
Yeah.
So,
now that makes more sense because there was like just like some part of the movie that with Timothy Dalton in it, it just like felt like it wasn't like for him. But now that I know that it was geared towards Pierce Brosnan, it makes more sense now.
Yeah, because The Living Daylights is a little more lighthearted, more like sort of akin to Roger Moore, but not really. But License to Kill, they tailored it more to Timothy Dalton. That's why it's a lot darker. Like, it was actually rated R.
I actually really like License to Kill.
Yeah. And definitely, if you're interested, people out there, get the high definition version, because you're getting the R-rated cut. Even though it says PG-13, because you see some dude's head explode, Felix Leiter, spoiler alert, gets his leg bitten off by a shark. You actually get to see the bloody leg and everything. Benicio del Toro, you actually get to see him go through the fucking meat grinder or whatever. It's awesome. But, yeah, it's kind of a shame he didn't get to do a third movie.
Punch! Punch!
Too late. Jeez.
After like the 5th try.
Yes, it took waiting.
I just like how we're just like, but yeah, that was like some of like my main reason why I don't like Timothy Dalton. It's not that I didn't like him as Bond. It's just that there was just some movies that he was in. It just didn't feel right.
Yeah, something felt off.
It felt off.
I think he's better suited to play like a villain.
That's what I was, because for the most
part,
part,
the movie we're watching tonight, The Rocketeer. He's awesome in that.
Yes.
And Hot Fuzz, he's fucking hilarious in that movie.
Oh God, he was so great in Hot Fuzz.
The only one that you probably agree with that he does good as a hero, and he's kind of like, I'd say he's more like an anti-hero, Flash Gordon.
Yes.
As Prince Baron.
Yes.
Which, I feel like the Bond people probably saw that and like, wow, he would really
be a good Bond.
Because there's just some things, like, you see them in, like, Remington Steele, when I watch that, I'm like, okay, I see why they thought he
When I saw Remington Steele too, I was like, oh, no wonder why they wanted Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, or I saw, like, a couple episodes of The Saint, I'm like, okay, I can see why they got Roger Moore eventually.
See, now, for me, Roger Moore and Sean Connery are tied for first. I couldn't figure out who's better than who's like number 1, who's number 2.
Yeah, because we all have our personal rankings.
Yeah. For me, my mom always says it's, for my mom, it's, Sean Connery, Roger Moore, and George Lazenby. My dad, it's, surprisingly, my dad likes Roger Moore, George Lazenby, and then Sean Connery.
I mean, some people like, Roger... Diane Feinstein preferred Roger Moore over Sean Connery. That was a big reason why A View to a Kill
took place in San Francisco.
Yeah, because she was the mayor at the time.
Yeah.
Because he even said, he's like, oh, she's the only one who preferred me over Sean, so... Which I'm like, okay. That's like literally one of the like 2 things I like about that movie is the San Francisco. I get a kick out of movies set in San Francisco for some reason.
I do too, because
even
if
they're crap,
I've been there!
Because I actually mostly like the finale on the Golden Gate Bridge. Right? Because it's a cool set. And like this, it's such a Bond. Cool. Yeah, it's such a James Bond thing. You know, fighting the bad guy on top of the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm gonna stop the episode here because we're like 17 minutes.
Yeah, because we just got all sidetracked talking about the.
Yeah, we'll pick up our discussion in a moment.